Into the Light gear is more exciting because it isn't craftable. I'll be honest. I think Into the Light weapons are being really carried by like them being old nostalgic weapons. Because I feel like if these were just generic reskin guns, even with as power crept as they are, a lot of these weapons are being carried by their names, like Midnight Coup, Recluse, Mountaintop Hammerhead. It's like some of these weapons, like I'm grinding for Midnight Coup. Like, yes, it's probably the best hand cannon in the game right now for PvE, but it's also Midnight Coup. Like, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have just stuck with Fatebringer.
I have no motivation to get any of
Oh.
these weapons. Now, if Nine Hunger was added, that'd be a slightly different story.
I'm really excited for Mountaintop and Midnight Coup, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like the
Mountaintop
others,
and Midnight Coup are like the big ones.
It's like
Yeah,
Recluse,
because
we
take
already got Funnel Web.
oh, it's Edge Transit. It had, other than it being a meme, it had no stakes on being a thing. And like now, I'm grinding it not because of the like name, but because it's good.
I mean,
Edge
it's a good thing to
yeah.
grind weapons because they're good, but in my eyes, with how often weapons are being power crept, it's like, why should I grind these weapons for their power when I know very well we're going to get craftable weapons that are stronger than these in like the next 6 months? It's like, look at the Trials GL, look at Wendigo, look at Ragnit. Look how much GLs have been power creeping each other before any of them have become meta, just for the Root of Nightmares one to be the only one that's been useful.
No, now here's the thing. If Edge Transit had like a 1 in God knows how a rare chance to drop with a secret third perk in the first column that's Outlaw, maybe I'll grind for it.
Loadout locking in harder content is stupid and hurts creativity.
I've much preferred the way they've been doing with the res system in Coil and the timer system they did with Whisper and 0 Hour. And just the normal respawn restricted in areas that are not normally. That adds more difficulty in my opinion and more
And then you have
ways
GMs
to
that do
expand.
both of those. That do
But
two of the
also
things you
load
want.
unlocking forces you to make a build that will be strong throughout the thing instead of a build that is strong through one thing.
Yeah, I was gonna
So-
say, like, with Grandmasters, it's like locking loadouts, there's one positive and like one negative. It's like you go in with a loadout that's designed for the entire thing, but that also does mean like exotics like Curious of the Falling Star. I don't remember if Eternal Warrior does now, but like what it used to do, it's like exotics that are like for only your super or like very niche things that you can't do are just not gonna get used in a Grandmaster. You'll go try again something that could be up all the time. There's like, if loadouts weren't locked, I could swap the Curious if needed, but with them locked, I'm just never going to use it.
Yeah, I mean, you say it forces you to like make a build that's good throughout the activity, but then like it decentivizes you from making like multiple builds and swapping between them. Like, oh, this will be fun at this
Yeah,
part,
there's
you
that.
know? Like,
Yeah, and that
I
reinforces
agree with
the
that take.
Destiny's player the idea of there's one thing that's just better than everything else.
Yeah, now that you put it that way, you could make like one build at the beginning that's just designed for the whole strike, so you can plan it out, but it's like, if loadouts weren't locked, you could actually swap like between room segments and have like 3 different builds you get to swap between a strike. I could see, I don't know, some people would still just use like one universal thing, but like the option for 3 would be a bit more fun. It definitely would probably make the game a bit more easier though, but it's like, it'd probably make it more fun. I feel like that's where it'd be beneficial. We probably did this one hot take already, but I guess we'll just do it again and see if we have anything. I don't know, I'll double check after this. We probably did.
Okay.
Lightfall was better for the game than Witch Queen.
I mean, I liked it gameplay wise. Cool.
As a Rude Awakening, maybe, but year-wise, both had pretty similar content across the year.
I mean, I say with Lightfalls, it's like the first half was rough, but then like with Coil, it kind of picked up. I don't know, like Seraph Shield versus Starcross, though, it's like, I don't know. I see people say all the time how like Lightfall had good gameplay, but when I was playing the campaign with Tyler, so many of the objectives for the campaign were literally just generic Destiny things where it's like collect the thing, stand on the thing, stuff like that, and it's like, and then there was occasional things that were just really different, like pretty much the entire final mission.
Also, while I was replaying it on my Warlock to get something, There's just one section where I was confused because you had to destroy a Vex Oracle with a Tangle, but it doesn't tell you to do that, and it doesn't hint to you to do that. I was just
wasn't I
stuck
there for you with that? Yeah, hang on.
I was there too.
like 5 minutes, just confused. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Forcer,
My
what is it?
excuse-
That sounds like a deep skill issue, man.
God,
Like, I was
damn it.
expecting a Minotaur to spawn a Cranium, because that's like what they always do with Oracles. And no, I had to throw a Tangle there.
Forcer, going off of your point on how the second half of Lightfall's year was rather, Coil, what is it? You got like the whole roguelite thing, Coil, to the Coil right now. It's, I say rather,
yeah, too.
yeah, I say it's because of Lightfall's rather colorful reception that Bungie was forced to, oh god, we gotta experiment. We can't rely on the two different activity, 1 3-player, 1 6-player. You earn thing on one thing to go thing into another thing to get loot.
Well, we got to
True.
remember that before Lightfall's reception, for at least season 22 and 23, those were altered during Season of the Seraph, like during the reception from that. So Onslaught was probably based off of like the reception from Lightfall, and then like maybe Deep. I'd say probably maybe Witch as well. I'm not sure the development time slot for Into the Light, but like Season 22 and 23 were based off of the reception from Plunder and Seraph. We need to have a memorial for the taken Thrall that have been sacrificed in Shurro Tree since the beginning. Those are the true heroes?
No.
What do you mean?
What about
Death shall not be
Counterpoint.
What about the Shadow
Whisper
Thrall and the Whisper
Thralls.
mission? Yeah, the Whisper
Yeah.
mission. What about them? Everybody forgets
They
about those are the
died
true
for our
unsung
sins.
heroes of Destiny too.
No.
There's so
No,
many
died
of
for
those
our
Thrall
sins.
and the Whisper mission are gonna die now
The
when I get a new
Thrall-
catalyst.
The Thrall
Uh-huh.
and Shurro died so that
Oh man.
Thrall in the Whisper mission could run.
No.
Dude.
The-
Nobody even
Yeah.
thinks about the Thrall inside
The
that
Thrall-
the
Thrall
dungeon,
and the
Shattered
Whisper
Throne.
came out first.
Oh my god!
feel-
Like the
okay,
the baking ingredients we gained from those.
We're at a
Here's
point where Shurro Thralls ain't even the best place to farm catalyst kills.
This may be a bit of here, but I feel like the Thrall deserve to die. The Thrall deserve that. It is their purpose in life to die for
Definitely.
an
With their...
iota of purpose, and such they shall be referred as the livestock they are. They should be treated the livestock they are. They shall be corralled up. We shall put them on plant.
As someone
gonna
with chickens,
say-
please don't come anywhere near my house.
As someone with like siblings and like a house and a family,
As
please
someone-
don't come anywhere near my house.
As
Someone
someone
with a
who
cat,
doesn't have
please don't
frogs,
come
go
near
to
my
Austin's house.
As someone with
Hey,
a
my
weapon,
frogs are
come
nice.
to my house. You will
Uh-huh.
not die.
Fine. I see how it is. I'm shipping a fucking pipe bomb to you all. Fuck you.
Fuck off.
The crafting should have lasted longer.
Depending on
Ooh.
what part. I generally playing the crafting made me realize that I enjoy Crucible. I just don't enjoy the current state of Crucible. But crafting
one-
Crucible was probably one of the funnest time I've ever had playing
Break
Crucible.
the game even
Since-
more.
You like
break the
one-shotting
game even more.
unsuspecting new lights is what it is, Cyborg.
The
No!
new light watching the almond shotgun blow his brains out.
I
Bro,
had
is it
fun dueling people with Ahmed, with my Ahmed.
No,
He had
you're-
fun
you're-
because his internet allowed him to actually make guns without having to unplug everything.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. I had
Look.
such an easy time with that.
It took me like so many days to make mine.
What is it?
To me, so many
I-
tries, and I made an AR that had limp grenades.
I didn't even get to make mine. What the hell? I tried to. Okay, what is? I tried to play it on my old ass Xbox while you're running it wireless while having multiple games downloaded, and it still didn't work.
I
At
did it
not-
without the
At that
game
point, it's got to be
downloading.
user error. Cyborg 600 ping.
Okay, I get an average of 100 ping nowadays.
Like
Okay,
a superpower.
Okay, Cyber, how in the hell does like some random kid from fucking Shenzhen, China get better ping than you do?
Okay.
It's a skill issue and Canada.
It's a Canada issue. Fuck a lot of things are
Yeah.
Canada issues.
Having only 2 internet provider really helps a lot, let me tell you.
all day.
Craftening should have lasted way longer though.
Rogers
like, in
and
reality,
Bell.
good.
I don't
What
know
the hell
either
are
of those.
You're gonna hear me trying to get us back on track, and it's just not working.
No, they're Canadian
Speaking of tracks,
exclusive, which is why they're
railroads.
awful.
What do you guys think of trains?
Oh, demolish all tracks, make room for more highways.
Fuck you, make more trains. I love trains. I'm autistic.
Trains, we're
Shouted
back on
We must build!
full circle.
Just 5 more lanes to clear up the congestion. Just 5 more lanes.
Just one more lane!
More
Just one
trains.
more lane.
I'm on team more trains. Who's on?
More
Who's
trains.
on team more
More
trains?
trains. Yeah, more
Cyborg, your house shall be demolished for another lane in our super highway.
What if we just? What if we put more highway but have only trains on?
Okay. People drive trains to work every day.
Everyone gets a mandatory train.
Train
Can
on
I get a like
train
Thomas the
collision.
Tank Engine train, like
God.
just for me?
God,
Custom made.
I'm imagining the fucking insurance rates on that shit. Oh, come on. A train
It's worth it for a
rear-ended me.
train.
I
Geico
can't
got
even
the train
escape it.
category now.
I'm still okay, bro. If we go mandatory train, I'm still gonna somehow get rear-ended by another guy.
You're gonna get rear-ended by another guy. You are saying some
Yes.
stuff.
Well,
You're having some
yeah.
Freudian slips out here. I'm all for
Austin, not like you
I
say
won't be
something any
rear-ended
better.
by another guy.
any
I'm
better.
another guy. Hi, I'm another guy.
Austin,
Yeah,
I will
rear-end me
sentence.
next time.
I will sentence you to the Five Guys couch.
Ooh.
You're free
okay.
Five Guys?
What do you mean, ooh? Sorry.
Okay.
Stasis is the most unique and interesting subclass regardless of power.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew you liked that one. We woke him
I
up.
love Stasis.
I both love and hate it. It's
I
kind
think
of
the
disappointing
gameplay-
on Hunter and Titan. It's really nice on Warlock, but overall, I don't know.
I think the gameplay loop of Stasis is just really enjoyable. Like, you slow a target, they freeze, and then you just shatter them and they explode. Like, it's just it just feels way more fluent and just more satisfying compared to everything else. Like, I don't even know the gameplay loop of Strand. I'm gonna be honest. Like, how do Threadlink, Suspend, Unraveling all even
Tangles.
connect?
Kill.
For me, it's
Just
tangles.
kill.
You just mix tangles and more tangles, and
Yeah.
then they go into threadlings, and then it's nice.
Oh my
Well,
Hunter, I have
well,
a like
Forcer,
nice fluent.
With Warlock, the tangles, the worms, they unravel people, and then the unravel people spawn tangles, and the tangles
Me
spawn
watching
more
the
worms.
12 Threadlinks
But
do
you-
1/4 the health of
But
an
you wouldn't
EDC
know that
drag.
if you ever used any other boots that weren't transversive steps.
I was using Osneomancy. You already know what those exotic
Oh my
classes,
God,
all
it's a
of them
big
are like
leap.
transversive steps.
No, you should.
Forcer, that's the first time you've taken him
drip.
off in a while.
Yeah, I just playing
Uh,
drip for Stace. This is just because I got bored while waiting.
I don't think I've ever seen you take off those boots. They must be full of like gamer sweat.
There's ruby
I feel like-
slippers.
Literally. He's like
I had to
Cinderella.
swap my Warlocks and Edzo. I had to completely swap out the legs for them.
Yeah.
Overall, I feel like the newer subclass have more variance in their gameplay than the old ones.
They have more variants, but those variants don't really connect as well. Where it's like Stasis has like that whole loop of like the slow freeze shadow, and that's the gameplay loop where everything's connected. And then you have the other ones where it's like, how does volatile connect the suppression to overshield to invisibility to devour? Like, how do any of those connect?
Yeah, they kind of don't.
Yeah, I think it's
really.
just a product of their time because like it wasn't volatile originally just Titan, and then like invisibility was mostly Hunter.
Yeah.
And, like Devour was Warlock. So they
But that
weren't
still
made for
raises
those
the
kind of
question with Strand, though. Like, Strand was designed from the ground up like Stasis with this new system, and yet even it doesn't really work.
guys. Well, it's from Lightfall, so that's why.
I mean, it
Good point.
half works with like the
really
aspects of
like Strand.
Titan that they added. Now it works a lot better than it did at launch.
Legendary campaign rewards aren't worth the time it takes to go through the campaign. It's low stat ward drop in my experience, and sometimes chests don't even drop the loot. There's more to it, but I'm gonna stop there. I think it's worth doing on your first character just because of the additional plus 20 power.
Yeah.
And then on your additional characters, it's like, would you rather do the Legend campaign that would probably take like 4 hours? Or would you rather do like 4 hours of Lost Sectors or like 4 hours of waiting for a Vex incursion for the new exotic? Like, first character,
Yeah.
it's 100% worth doing on. The other two, it's debatable. I can definitely agree with that part though.
Definitely, Legend campaign improved the gameplay a lot. Rewards is medium. It just feels more like it's made so that you don't have to do any like level grind after.
Saves
Uh,
me 12 hours of strikes.
Yeah, really. But replaying it, unless you're there for the experience, there's no value in replaying it.
I mean, replaying, like, that's how campaigns are. It's like you replay it just because of the story thing, but it's like, Legend really is like, first character worth it, and then like other ones, like, do you want the exotic, or would you rather do another source? Because
Exactly.
gameplay, that's up to anyone, because it's like Austin, he'd rather play it on Legend just to play it on Legend to begin with, but it's like that's the whole
Yeah,
point
for
of
me-
like replaying them as well, like even afterwards. Eager Edge needs to be removed, as does all snap canceling and well skating movement text simultaneously. All loot rewards for raids, etc. should be doubled. We'll go agree with the double pull, but let's talk about the top.
I mean,
You shall
Why would
use your
they-
leg.
It's Destiny.
get rid of it?
Destiny players have always wanted to go fast, and Eager Edge has just allowed it to be very easy and mainstream. If they remove it, people are still gonna find ways to go fast. I would
see-
prefer a much more
Mountaintop?
mainstream way. Yeah, I'd prefer a much more mainstream way of going fast than a limited way where like it's almost impossible on console.
You see, there's another way you can do this. You can add a little
Like-
known exotic chest armor called Twilight Garrison back into the mix.
Yeah, like
Try to
wasn't time
get-
skating in D2 year 1 almost impossible without macros?
No, you physically had to use macros. Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
the
so
only
like
way?
that's my point. It's like people are just gonna go back to macro speed tag. Which
Well,
just then
macros got
alienates-
patched. That's why no one did that anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
but
point of
people are gonna
removing it would
find.
be. Like,
yeah.
I mean, unless you're a speedrunner or you like to do the normal strikes playlist, where people would just speedrun the strikes, it doesn't. It's never impacted me negatively. Like, I feel like if I don't like it, I would just not do it. And then if my teammates do it and they get to the other rating counter before me, not a big deal. I mean, unless I need the
As
secret
long as
chest,
they-
but that usually doesn't happen.
Yeah. Sometimes they
You don't
wait
have
for
for
you
you
to
to
chest
wait
with
for
us?
they bother.
Why would I
If
play
they
with
don't
you?
wait, then they're assholes.
I raid with you guys, so why would I worry about it? Cyborg's the only one I have to worry about. Lightning McQueen over
Adam?
here actually. Meow, meow.
D2 year 1 PvP meta was good.
Oh man. I feel like I did enjoy Destiny 2 Year 1 PvP, but at the same time, there were certain points where I just felt like I could just slap people with like a stick or like a sock, and it would do so much more damage. That's my
Yeah.
experience.
D2 year 1, was it 2 melees to kill someone or 3?
3.
It was here. It was.
Okay, that must have been fucking awful.
What is it? Far more balanced, that's for sure. And sometimes sometimes more fun than whatever type of bullshit you have now. But it got a wee bit stale, and so I feel
Yeah.
like we can solve that by keeping the lethality of auto rifles like where they were during Worthy.
Oh, and okay.
Okay.
Like, my
I was with
favorite
you for a
overall,
second.
Was Arrivals just tune down the autos just a little bit, and I think I would be happy with that.
They need to do something to address the team shotting issues as well. Because Year 1, I remember the meta was just sit in a circle jerk with your buds.
That's
And
just
just
Destiny 2 players being fucking
Get anybody
pussies.
that comes. Just get anybody that comes
they've
by.
selective.
It's like I've said. It's like, God forbid, they have like 2 or 3 wet socks and they hit you with them, because then you're just screwed. You can't really fight back against that. I mean,
You can throw them back.
and
The
throw them
Destiny
back.
community has
Throw back.
collectively gained 1 more team point, and honestly, it's not fun.
Here's the thing. I feel like the only acceptable answer is to, at least for Austin's thing here, put Mountaintop back into his Hampton Vertus's pre-nerf state.
Mm,
They should stop increasing power level and make enemies stronger. I just want better AI mainly. Like I've noticed that while playing Onslaught, like half the enemies just run off the map. They are not designed for that arena. Like
Also, no teleporting enemies.
teleporting enemies just feels annoying because of the game's code where it's like gunning down this enemy, all of a sudden he's in the fucking back rooms.
or
That
heaven forbid, an
with-
exploding shank just teleports on your whole team.
Did we tell
Oh,
the
yeah.
Dread have new AI?
They might.
Don't know yet. And like, I thought Tormentors had an updated AI, but after playing Onslaught and literally just being able to confuse to slash stun them by just walking up. Yeah, we need better AI.
The Tormentor AI
Sooner.
one Shack statue or just convenient floor. I swear.
Yeah.